Hey loves, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel and happy Foundation Friday. Today we are talking about a brand new foundation, and actually for the next several weeks it'll be all new foundations, and I'm excited to share it with you because it is a stick foundation. So if you want to know more about that, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. Alright, so today we're talking all about the brand new Milk Foundation. It's a stick foundation. Let me tell you a little bit about it. I went to Sephora and they were in the back, so I had to have them bring them back out. And it is called the Flex Foundation Stick. They have a pretty good selection of shades, I would say, for sure. I'm in color nude. I will tell you, when you look at them in the actual bullet, okay, it's really pretty packaging, by the way. In the actual bullet, they look darker than when they go on the skin. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you try them on before you actually buy it, if you can. All right. This color also for me is probably a blend between my summer color and my winter color. So it's not like super off, but you'll see. Anywho, it is a medium coverage, natural finish foundation that covers, calms, and flexes without caking or creasing. It is obviously a medium coverage. It definitely has a natural skin finish. I have worn this foundation so many times, so I have really perfected on how to, in my opinion, for my skin type, how for you guys to apply this. All right, so the kind of fun things about this is it does have marshmallow root extract, which allows the formulation to kind of be fluid on the skin. It has blue lotus, which moisturizes the skin, and calamine, which of course is going to help calm and soothe the skin. It is green at Sephora, so it is pretty free of most of the potential skin harming ingredients. And it is gluten-free. Of course, we know cruelty-free, vegan, and it comes in recycled packaging. Hooray! Love that. So when you're done with this, make sure you put this in the recycle bin. So as far as looking a little bit deeper into the ingredients, as far as I am seeing, it doesn't have any synthetic fragrance. It does have a little bit of lavender oil in there, so if you are a little bit sensitive to that type of a scent, it is in there. But when you smell it, you don't really smell anything. I mean, you smell a little bit of lavender, but that's it. But my experience of lavender on the skin, I've used a lavender essential oil on my daughter for eons since she was very little, and it's one of those that it doesn't cause too many people issues, especially if it's at a high grade essential oil, not just, you know, from the drugstore or something. But I also can't find any dimethicone in here, so that's super exciting to me. And so let's get to applying. Did I tell you how much this foundation is? This foundation is $36, and it is why don't they put this on here, like the amount of product? Let's see if it says it here. Oh boy, this is tiny. So the amount of product in here is only 10 grams, 0.35 ounces. So it isn't a lot of product, but you don't need very much to make it work for the skin. Okay, so what I found is, for me, now you have to keep in mind, my skin type is normal to dry. This is a skin-like finish, so it's not, you know, it's not overly shiny or overly matte. But I do find that I need a little bit of the Milk Blur primer on here, so I'm just going to put it right here in the center of my face. I have applied this product with my hands. I have applied it with a brush, and I have applied it with a sponge. My least favorite way of applying it was with a brush. So if you're a fan of brushes, again, you can try it for yourself. I just don't know if it was my favorite way of applying it for myself. My favorite way of applying it was with a sponge, and I'll show you how I do that. So you take the stick, very easy, boop, 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 doop, doop. I'll put a little bit right here, okay? And you start to take your damp beauty blender. You could also probably use a dry beauty blender, but for me, the damp one worked better. And then honestly, you just start to blend. It's really that easy. This formula is very smooth. Look how gorgeous it blends. I mean, stunning. The one thing I will pull your attention to is you notice it doesn't say like this has 1,000,000 hours of wear, okay? So it's not claiming to be a super long wearing foundation. And we'll see today how long it lasts on me. I have gotten a good 4 hours of wear out of this, but we'll see if we can stretch this even further. But this definitely is more in line with a quote-unquote cleaner or greener foundation. Since this is a stick foundation, it is going to be really great for multiple skin types. I do feel that if you were more on the oily tip, that you should just prep the skin how you normally would, and it would be great because it's not overly dewy. I have also worn this with the Josie Moran Tinted SPF. This guy, I've also worn him with the Charlotte Tilbury Illuminizing Primer. It looks gorgeous with that underneath it, you guys, okay? Let me scoot you in. All right, so here is the first pass. Don't mind my eyes. I'm very tired lately, so my eyes are looking a little cray-cray lately. But this is what it looks like. Trying to see if I blended it all. Oh, look at this orange. I got a facial the other day, and it was, I'll tell you more about it at another time, but I even washed my whole body and it didn't come off. It was a certain type of facial, so anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, so look how pretty it looks. Isn't it gorgeous? Super easy to wear. It's not as creamy as some of the other stick foundations that we've spoke about. So for example, i.e. the Bare Minerals, the Westman Atelier. It's not as creamy as that is. This reminds me more of the Kira Weiss foundation. That's what this reminds me more of. So what I do is I just kind of add a little bit more where I want it to be. And then I blend a little bit more. And if you guys have a little bit of problems blending a stick foundation into the skin, you can spray your hydrating setting spray. So like, for example, the Too Faced setting spray over the foundation, and it will be a lot better of a glide. So that might be a tip that you will want to use as well. And we always will go into natural light as we normally do. I have also not dermaplaned in a while, so things are looking a little funky on my forehead, and I'll show you. This one doesn't look too bad actually though. All right, so in my experience with this foundation, this is pretty much as far as I can build it up. Again, this is a medium coverage. It's not meant to be full. You can still see some imperfections, things like that. Doesn't bother me. But this is pretty much the extent of how much you can build this. It's just pretty much a nice, even toned coverage of the skin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup, show you what that looks like, and then go into natural light. Hang in there with me. All right, so everything is on. A couple things to note. This foundation, who I think it would be good for, is obviously oily. I think you guys would love this. Oily combination, normal. For dry, dehydrated skin, I'm talking about very dry, that needs a lot of moisture, you're gonna have to prep this foundation with an illuminizing primer first. This foundation needs a little bit of slip to kind of blend into the face, no matter what tool you use. So just keep that in mind. I think it's a beautiful foundation. It's a great everyday foundation, and you know what's great is that I did not set it. So I have no powder on right now, so all of the glow that you're seeing is obviously, this is a glow right here, is from my Hourglass powders, but the rest of the face has no powder on it. It's just a natural, normal glow. So it's a great everyday foundation, honestly. So if you're looking for a foundation that's from the brand, so maybe you're a Milk user, or you haven't found like a Holy Grail stick foundation, I think this might be good for you. But let's give this a good go and see how long it wears, and I will see you in natural light. All right, loves, you are in my bedroom because they're doing construction outside of my house and it's extremely loud. So here it is in natural light. See, the color isn't that off, right? So I would actually probably do like maybe like a step darker if I really had to, but I can make it work. But this is what it looks like. All around the skin. It's pretty, right? Yeah, so yay for that. I love the brand. You know, I'm a big Milk fan. So let's go see how long this bad boy lasts. See you guys in a little bit. All right, so I am back. I just got done with Sephora and I just wanted to check in with the foundation. So from afar, it looks really good. Oh, by the way, we are 3 hours in. 4 hours in, sorry, it's been 4 hours. Look, can you see? I've been fighting with it on my chin and around my mouth. It looks good here, but it's just starting to break up. So this is the thing. This is what happened to me at about hour 4 last time. My favorite time of wearing it was with a hydrating primer underneath it, so an illuminizing primer. I also have mixed this with moisturizer and made my own tinted moisturizer with it, and it was gorgeous. Okay, so I bought it, obviously. I'm not going to return it. So I think we'll give it a few more hours of wear, but I think, to be honest, for me, it just needs more hydration actually in the formula. Like, I would have loved to see like avocado oil or jojoba oil, like a little bit more slip to the in the ingredients, because I think that's what's lacking, is a slip. And it's just because it is so, there's no dimethicone in it, you guys. So and there's really no crazy ingredients in it. So this is the problem, you know, there's no coconut oil in it as far as I read. So this is the problem with trying to really get that balance between a quote-unquote healthier foundation and you know, wearability or the way it performs. So I think I still absolutely can use it. I'm just going to have to use, like I said, an illuminizing primer or cut a little bit off and put it with a moisturizer. It just needs that extra hydration. Now, if you are oily to combination, I want to hear from you if you've used this foundation, because I bet it would be rock star for you. So, you know, all in all, for me, it's not going to be amazing for dehydrated, dry. Some normal might be able to get away with it. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But let's give it a few more hours of wear and I'll show you what it's looking like. But y'all, it's like breaking up and doing weird things. So, all right, see you later. Hey loves, so we are at a total of 7 hours of wear, and I will tell you that over time, this foundation has actually become better. And I will tell you my assumptions on this. It's because the natural oils of my skin has made the foundation a little bit more emollient. And so here we are. So it looks a lot better around this area, for sure. So it's maybe one of those foundations that just looks better over time, but you kind of want it to look amazing right away. So it's a hard one for me. I obviously own it. So like I said, I'm going to continue wearing it, but I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys if you have tried it. It's not my favorite stick foundation. There are a couple others out there that I would like a little bit, or I do like a little bit more because of the emolliency. But yeah, so I was happy to review this, and let me know what you thought, and I will see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.